Welcome to the next episode of the Dark Web Deacon. So let's check our secure connections, adjust our hoodies, and as always, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. So for today's video, we're going to depart from our standard kind of dark web content, and I'm going to talk about how to go from 0 to 1,000 subscribers in under 12 months in order to get monetized on YouTube. I recently was able to do this thanks to my amazing audience, and so I wanted to share 10 tips of how I did it. And I had no social media presence before this. I wasn't on Twitter, no real Facebook presence. I didn't have a blog before. And I'm going to kind of give you my advice of how to do it without a social media presence on a small budget and not having to be an audio video expert along the way. Just passion and drive. So first, in order to get monetized on YouTube, you need 3 things to happen. One is you need to reach 1,000 subscribers in a 12-month window. 2, you need to get 4,000 hours of watch time also in a 12-month window. And then if both those things happen, then you need to get approved by YouTube, meaning as long as your channel and your videos don't have a ton of copyright strikes or stolen content and you're abiding by the YouTube terms of service, then it will approve your channel and you can start to monetize your videos. So let's jump into it. Here are my 10 tips on how to do it if you're a social media loser. Number 1, you need a lot of content. TubeBuddy pulled stats of about 3.5 million channel, and they found for an average channel of 1,000 to 10,000 subscribers, you needed to upload about 152 videos in order to get within that range. So the bottom line is don't expect to upload 10 videos and blow up. You're going to probably have to upload anywhere from 100 to 200 videos in order to really reach that subscriber mark of 1,000, which is the first thing that you need. Tip number 2, pick a unique main channel theme. Try to come up with a main channel theme that is somewhat unique with not a lot of competitors. If you're going to do a toy review channel or a makeup channel, you're going to have a lot of competition. So try to find something obviously you're passionate about, but that can maybe be a unique niche and something that's a little bit unique and doesn't have a ton of competition. So this way the YouTube engine hopefully will be able to call it out a little bit quicker than normal without all that competition in front of you. So tip number 3, pick 4 associated channel themes. So obviously you have your main channel theme. For example, mine is the dark web, but also think of 4 associated themes similar to the topic. So for example, mine is data breaches, identity theft, which is basically just explaining basic technology and services or products that are in tech. And then kind of tech pop culture is kind of my 4th theme. So when you think about yours, think about things that are similar to it. And this will help you generate ideas for content to broaden your audience appeal and also can be used to catalog your content into a playlist. So I've got my dark web playlist, I've got my data breach playlist, and identity protection, my what is playlist. And so this way it helps to kind of formulate some of those playlists. And again, it broadens your audience and gives you basically a way to generate more ideas so you're not solely just doing the same thing over and over again. Tip number 4. Create and continue to maintain an idea backlog. So now that you have your channel theme and associated themes, come up with 50 to 100 possible ideas of content. This is key. You don't want to be stressing day after day trying to come up with ideas that you want to publish. So have a good backlog to start off with and to feed off of right from the beginning. So don't just jump in starting to post videos because often you're going to find yourself getting stressed out. So first you got to come up with your themes, your associated themes, get that main idea backlog, spend a lot of time, come up with those ideas. And as ideas pop into your head over time, add them to the backlog. Tip number 5, Go after subscribers, not watch time. As I mentioned earlier, you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time total in order to actually start to get monetized, or at least be up for an application to get monetized. So definitely go after subscribers. The watch time will come. As you get the subscribers and people start to engage in your content, your watch time will build up and slowly snowball over time. Number 6, start sooner than later. There's an old saying, don't let perfect be the enemy of the good. You don't need a perfect studio, perfect video, perfect audio sound. Start, once you have your ideas and you feel like you know what you want to say, start to upload some content and focus on getting better over time. Your editing skills, your publishing skills, just how you slice and dice these videos, you'll slowly, again, focus on trying to get better over time. But again, you don't have to be amazing and have production level, studio level quality out of the gate if you're just trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, right? So start sooner than later. Don't spend 3 months trying to create the perfect studio. Tip number 7, establish a budget. I had a $3,000 budget total that I planned to spend on equipment, photos and video clips that I could use to help me kind of create my content for my videos, and marketing. So here's a kind of a breakdown of how I spent my $3,000. As you can see, the majority of it, and we'll talk about this in a bit, was marketing, a little over $2,000. Media content was roughly around $280 or so, roughly around $300. And I did this through a product called Canva, canva.com, and I'll put that in this video description. So they have a lot of video clips and audio clips that I was able to use as part of my montages for some of my videos. And then finally, equipment. As you can see, just under $600 in total equipment, and that includes kind of the backdrops, the mics, the webcam. I already had a laptop and a desktop and all that, so that is not, obviously that was already built-in cost. But in terms of extra equipment, about $600 total. Obviously, if you don't even have the right laptop or monitor, you're gonna have to probably add a little bit more there and then take that away from marketing. But I was able to get 1,000 subscribers in just under 10 months, and was able to do it with this $3,000 budget. So just to give you a little bit of a baseline there, it is going to cost you some money. Maybe you'll get lucky. Maybe you can go viral quick on a video or two, but that normally is not how that is an outlier. That's very rare. Have a budget, follow the budget. You don't want to spend too much and keep investing if you're not starting to feel like you're starting to build subscribers and starting to build potential to kind of hit that goal of becoming monetized in 12 months. Tip number 8, you don't need, so this is kind of follows into the previous one, you don't need thousands of dollars in equipment. Yes, perfect lighting, cool studios, 4K cameras are all great, but even just one of those can blow up your small budget. And so again, this video is for people who don't have a huge budget, don't have a huge social media presence, and are just maybe looking to do this as a hobby, maybe get something going, maybe make a little money extra side. Maybe over time, 2-3 years from now, it'll become something huge, but you don't want to be investing, thousands of dollars if you don't know if people are going to be receptive to your message and your content. So focus on content first, with decent audio and video quality, and hopefully as you get better over time and eventually become monetized, you can take some of those profits and reinvest them to make things better over time. So tip number 9, establish a video backlog. So we talked about the idea backlog, but when you create a video, you don't have to publish it right away. I decided to publish videos twice a week. So over the course of a year, I would produce 104 videos, which got me in the ballpark of what I thought I would need in order to get monetized within my first 12-month window. So the first few months, I worked a ton of overtime, and I was producing 4 to 5 videos a week. 2 I would publish, and 2 to 3 I'd save for the future. This allowed me to build up a catalog of videos that I could choose from, so I could focus on good ideas for the future rather than being stressed each week about making sure I produce 2 videos for that week so my subscribers got consistent content every Monday and Thursday. So you're definitely gonna have to put in a lot of overtime, I think, initially, and it's gonna be pretty stressful. But I think if you build up that video catalog, all of a sudden, about 3-4 months in, I was able to step back, think about how can I maybe produce better videos, what are some interesting ideas that I could maybe add that I'm not currently doing. So I was able to focus more on the craft of the videos and also on the ideas that I thought, as I started to see who was responding to my videos, the views I were getting, to figure out what topics and themes are starting to resonate better with certain people. So you need that free time to think about how to be better, how to make better videos and come up with new ideas. But I think initially, again, build up that video catalog. Basically, I have about 5 weeks of videos that if I stopped right now, I'd have about 5 or 6 more weeks of videos that would just basically are scheduled, ready to go, and would get published. Also gives you if you have a channel that is specific to pop culture, I do a few things on pop culture and news related. As things come up, I can do one of those and I can slot that in, no problem, and just bump up one of the other ones that is scheduled already for, let's say, next week. I'll just move that out another week. So it's a really helpful way to, I think, control what you publish and how you publish and the schedule you have published. And finally, number 10, this one is huge. Market your videos. You're going to need a budget. You're going to need a marketing budget. You don't have to be a marketing expert. Trust me. I watched dozens of videos before I started my channel, and no one talked about actually spending money on marketing. Or if they did, they would say, don't do it, YouTube will ban you. These people are idiots. It's not true. There is a huge difference between buying subscribers and views from shady services, which is no good and will get you banned, plus those subscribers that you do get through those shady services. They may show up, but then usually they quickly disappear. However, it is totally legit to market your video through Google Ads, Twitter. Sprizzy is another good one that I use in order to get your video and channel in front of people you think may like it. I spent over $2,000 of my $3,000 budget to make videos I thought would appeal more to the masses in order to get that critical 1,000 subs in less than 12 months. Focusing on getting subscribers and not views or watch times is key. This is something Sprizzy will allow you to do when you set up their campaign. So this is extreme, again, very key, very important. Figure out, some videos that you think may be worthwhile, have a little more mass appeal, and you don't have to put a lot. Initially, for the first month, I had about 10 subscribers, and those were just a few friends that I knew. And organically, nothing was happening. My channel was not growing. And finally, I decided to do a little bit of this marketing. It's fairly easy to set up in Google with Google Ads, or you can set up with Sprizzy. And if you have a Twitter account, you post stuff on Twitter, and also you can help promote those tweets. Twitter wasn't as I think as successful, so I'd recommend that maybe as a third option, unless you do have a fairly good Twitter following already. I really liked Sprizzy. It was an easy way to set up a campaign. I picked the video and I specifically told them I want to go after new subscribers. And often I would just drop $100 here or $100 there, see how it performed. One of my early videos on dark web movies, it was actually my third video I ever produced, still today is bringing in views, bringing in subscribers, and I probably spent about $300 over the course of about 6 weeks on that one through multiple campaigns, in order to, and now that one is actually kind of more organically part of the YouTube search engine, and it's starting to show up organically on people's pages. So this one is key. Again, there's a huge difference between buying subscribers, and there are shady services, I think, like River and or Fervor or something like that, and a few others. Don't do that. Google Ads, Sprizzy, Twitter, all legit. Plan on marketing your videos. It's really the only legitimate way if you actually want to start to grow your channel. And again, if you're a social media loser like me, this is how you're going to do it. All these 10 steps together, working hard, marketing, building up your ideas, having a backlog, making sure your audio video is decent, your content's interesting, and constantly stay engaged with your subscribers. I was constantly getting feedback, listen to them in the comments, and make adjustments. So hopefully you found these 10 tips useful. Definitely add any comments below if you have any questions, or for those who do have other channels, if there's any tips you think I missed that are absolutely key, add them. But more than be happy to help anyone and answer any questions that you have as you start to maybe get going and try to create your own YouTube channel and mimic the Dark Web Deacon. Check out the Dark Web Deacon merch store. We have high-quality t-shirts, accessories, and signature hoodies, of course, and become a true dark web enthusiast and VIP. New videos are published every Monday and Thursday.